going on, everybody? It's your boy Phoenix here, and welcome back to a brand new Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. And in today's video, I want to touch on an idea that a Redditor gave us all over on Reddit and Twitter. So without a doubt, if you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. And without a doubt, let's go ahead and jump right into it. It says there's no doubt combat was already a high point of the original Marvel Spider-Man. However, that doesn't mean that Insomniac shouldn't look for ways to improve combat in Marvel Spider-Man 2. And the stealth certainly seems like a great place to start. It was perhaps one of the more underutilized elements in combat in the original game, as it was often more efficient for players to simply charge in and defeat enemies head to head. Any way that the developer is able to expand upon it and make it more viable for the sequel would certainly be welcomed by players. Now, when you really do think about it, he's actually making a point right here, because when you really think about it, the stealth in Marvel Spider-Man 2018 is a little bit underused, because like you guys have seen me, I've been charging into enemies, and I play on the hardest difficulty, and you guys know I've been charging into enemies, and yeah, stealth is one of the most underutilized things in the first game. But following that, it says Redditor Super Arachnid shared their idea for context of stealth takedowns in Marvel Spider-Man 2 by sharing footage from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game that highlights exactly what they're referring to. They want the stealth takedowns to take into account the player's environment around them, with Spider-Man utilizing it to his advantage. In their footage, Spider-Man pulls an enemy towards them and uses the wall behind to web them up. It's the perfect example of the sort of takedown they're referring to, and would surely be a great addition. Now, following that, he posted a GIF of this, and based on this GIF, I know where he's at. This is obviously taking place in a Russian hideout where he webs him up against the wall. Now, I do agree with this. We need some more, potentially more, more context of stealth for Spidey uses environment around, and I really do agree with this as well. But following that, it says some in the thread disagreed, claiming that the series featured something similar, with the vent takedowns used as an example. While this is technically true, they're used few and far between in the game, and most of the time the game will ignore the environment around the player and execute a basic takedown. The animations in the game are good, but there's certainly room for improvement. The takedowns in Spider-Man Miles Morales were already a step forward in this regard, and hopefully Insomniac continues the trend with further improvement in the sequel. Now, I do agree for a fact that we need more takedowns. We do need more stealth takedowns, ones where Spidey uses environment around us, because the ones that we have in Spider-Man 2018, while those were really decent, while those were really good, it really wasn't a huge step. It was just pretty much just, the basic, just go down, perch, go down, perch, go down, perch, sneak up, the usual stuff. Now in Miles Morales, they took that to a whole nother level with the stealth. Like, you could actually go invisible, and you could honestly do way more stealth takedowns, and we had more versatile stealth takedowns whenever it came to Miles. But following that, says it's not just the combat that gamers are speculating about with Marvel Spider-Man's sequel. In fact, players have their own requests for almost every area in the game, and there's definitely a lot of potential with some of them. In fact, Marvel Spider-Man 2 fans think that they figured out one of the game's villains, and it will be interesting to see how those theories end up panning out when the game releases this year. Now, I already talked about this. We already talked about this when we already talked about this. Turns out Morbius is actually Dr. Morgan Michaels, and I'll leave a link down to that video down in the description below. But without a doubt, it's been your boy Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later on another spectacular Spidey webtastic banger.